What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night agenda, and there are two main topics I'm going to be bringing to you guys tonight. We're going to be talking about the sale of the football club, or maybe the lack of sale of the football club, and of course the update on Jude Bellingham. So you know the drill by now. I want to know your thoughts on all the latest around Liverpool Football Club in the comment section. Please do drop a like on the video, and as you can see from the top corner of the screen, we are closing in on 160,000 subscribers. So if you could hit that button, every single one, every subscription really does help. So again, thank you for your time on that one. Let's get straight into it today, my friends, and let's start off with an update around Jude Bellingham. And you don't have to take my word for it this time, but there has been an interesting development. So Sport Build and their presenter Valentina Messeri, and again, excuse me if I mispronounce the lady's surname, has said our information is that his father, Mark Bellingham, is talking to Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp wants to sign him. Now, this is information that I have told you guys for a very long time. Those discussions and that interest has been there from both sides. Jude Bellingham's representatives, Jude Bellingham's family want him to move to Liverpool Football Club. As I've always said, I've been very consistent on this information. I've always said the only caveat to any deal would be FSG and will they pony up the dough? And that remains to be seen. But I think the club are trying to cut their cloth accordingly to cover any eventuality for a sale or a lack of sale, to make sure that that money is there for Jurgen Klopp to get Jude Bellingham in the summer. And the more the days go on and the more I read, I'm getting more and more confident that they will have that money available, whether it be through selling a minority stake, which we'll move on to in a second, or whether it be through just having the money taken on debt. I don't know, but it will be there. And everything that I've been told by my person involved in this is basically just reaffirmed all the way along. Nothing has ever changed. This person that gave me the information has never veered, never got sensationalist with it, always just been very, very consistent. And every time I touch base just to make sure that things are on track, it all remains the same. So for me, and the information that I gave and the information that I broke around Jude Bellingham to Liverpool Football Club, I think it's still on, and I think it's very much moving in the right direction. Now, there's still some hurdles to be overcome, and as we know, Borussia Dortmund, I think they were in Marbella for their, I can't remember, maybe it was somewhere in Spain anyway. They were doing their pre-season or mid-season training camp. They have a longer winter break. And the plan was that after the World Cup, Jude Bellingham, his family and his representatives were going to sit down with Borussia Dortmund and discuss the possibility of him moving on in the summer. Borussia Dortmund will, of course, give him an opportunity to stay there if he so wishes. But it does seem like the will on all sides is to make the move to Liverpool Football Club. Now, he does have to be careful because, you know, he wants to be respectful of Borussia Dortmund, who have treated him remarkably well, him and his family over there, and it's right that he wants to do that. But I really am getting more and more excited about this possibility because, like, as I said, what I've always been told and what I've said to you guys is only now being more and more backed up by journalists and information coming out in the media. So I don't mean to be the I told you so guy, but I was the guy that took all the abuse for it, that took all the 16 months of you haven't got a clue what you're talking about, source, trust me bro, and all that kind of thing. And I've always just said to you, or anybody else that's watching that has doubted it, just wait till it happens and give me my credit. Just give me that little nod and say, you know what, I might not like you, but you were right on this one. And people who watch the channel know, we called it. We told you why. We don't play the ITK game. We don't pretend to know stuff we don't know. But I was always very bullish on this because I knew I was right. Anywho, let's kind of 180 this and let's talk about the ownership situation. So people got a little bit excited during the week, and you know, it certainly caught my attention as well, the interest or the talk around Qatar potentially buying Liverpool Football Club. There was a pretty prevalent Twitter account, @Qatari, who has put up a poll that said, would you support the acquisition of Liverpool Football Club by Qatar? And I think it was something like 72% of people who voted, because I can't say it's Liverpool fans because it's Twitter, we don't know exactly who voted, said yes, they would. And a lot of Liverpool fans were getting very excited about this and, welcoming the money and pushing aside any moral questions that they might have. And I warned everybody, like, be careful. We don't have the information yet. We don't know, because people kept asking me for my opinion. And I said, it's hard to have an opinion on something when you don't have the information at hand. But people were twerking on social media, and what it has done is it has absolutely taken any moral ability for Liverpool, many Liverpool fans, to look at PSG or Manchester City with questionable eyes anymore, because they were very, very quickly willing to just roll over, push morals aside and take that money. And I don't understand it. I don't understand how people can be so quick to just grab money and take it. Now look, we all have a number that our morals are probably available for. We're human, and I understand most of us are hypocrites, and I do include myself in that. But we need to be careful on this one, because as per James Pearce today, and I know a lot of people don't like James Pearce, but you don't have to. What you have to trust in here is the institution, and the institution in this one would be The Athletic, who are a very reputable site who employ very high caliber journalists. So they have said senior sources have dismissed recent speculation that they're on the brink of selling Liverpool, or senior FSG sources, have dismissed recent speculation that they're on the brink of selling Liverpool to a Qatari consortium or anybody else. No discussions are at an advanced stage. Their current preference is to sell a small portion of the club, and they insist that nothing is imminent on that front. So, again, I would just say, hold off, relax, and don't stress. I know it's easy to say that, but I'm going to try and quickly run down two scenarios here for you guys if FSG decides to sell a minority stake. Option one is FSG have an interest from, let's say, Craig Houlden Enterprises, and I say I want to buy 25% of Liverpool Football Club. They say to me then, okay, the price, we value the club at 4 billion. If you want to buy 25%, it's £1 billion. I then buy the money, buy the club, and they get their quarter of it, 25%, £1 billion, and they can do what they want with it. But there is option two, which is much better explained by somebody who understands finances than me. But basically, they can issue new shares, they can dilute their own ownership of the club, and they can sell off the same 25%. But that 25% could be used by Liverpool as a club and not go straight into FSG's finances. You're probably going to say next, why on earth would they do that? Why would they basically just give away 25% of the football club and not take the money and allow Liverpool to spend it? I guess that the answer to that would be that they bank on long-term strategic growth from this partner that they've sold to. So if the club's worth 4 billion now, they're banking that a new partner who comes in for 25% or whatever percentage it is will add value to the business, and in the medium to long term, or probably the medium term, they will see the benefit of that when they sell down the line. It also opens up the possibility of this minority stakeholder, if they so like, potentially becoming an owner, buying out them bit by bit. So look, let's just wait and see what happens right now. But I do think if you want something to get excited about, I think you can start getting more excited about the Jude Bellingham stuff, because honestly, I think it's a matter of if and not when. That's where I'm at, my friends. Over to you. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And again, appreciate your time as always. We will be doing a match preview for the Chelsea game. That'll be coming out tomorrow. I'll be giving you my preferred 11 and my score predictions ahead of the game. It's nice to have some positive vibes around at the minute after that win against Wolves, but we know not this Saturday coming, the following Saturday, there's a difficult trip to the Amex to take on Brighton in the next round. So I will talk to you soon. Much love, my friends. Appreciate your time as always. Take care.